Emma lembe nwo nile loko. Esiku dede asiko yi. Hey guys, it's Adirunke again. Today I'd like to talk about what Ashe is in Yorùbá. It's becoming more frequent, like you see it everywhere in comment sections and everywhere now, especially in America, and that's a really good thing. But some people don't really know what it is in essence. That's why I'm making this video. So Ashe, what does it mean? Ashe could have several meanings and it could be used in various contexts. Ashe, it could be authority or power. Ashe could mean authority or power. It could be a command. Ashe is a command. It can also be so will it be. And for anyone who adopts the Ifa spirituality, they would be familiar with the spiritual aspect of it, at least, that it means so will it be. So will it be. Ashe, so will it be. So for Ashe, there's a physical aspect to it, and then there's a spiritual aspect. So it's both a physical phenomenon and a spiritual one. Now, let's start with the physical aspect of Ashe. Ashe, in the physical sense, would be authority or power or command, and it can be received, it can be exercised, and it can be given. Ashe can be received, Ashe can be exercised, and Ashe can be given. Now, someone who has authority or someone who can give a command is the person that we call Alashe. It doesn't have to be a person. It can be any entity that has power or control, over something, over a particular sphere, whether physical or spiritual, is called Alashe. Alashe. So you would call a person, for example, Alashe. Amongst we Yorùbás, we give our kings the epithet Alashe Ikeji Orisha. Alashe Ikeji Orisha. So Alashe is the one who is an authority, who has the power, who is an authority. Because they're an authority, they have the power. So the one who has the authority, Alashe Ikeji Orisha, is the next in line. I'll put it that way, next in line to the deities, hierarchy wise. So just for knowing sake, another word that could be power is Alágbára. Alágbára, power, Alágbára. It's also strength. It can also be strength. So Alágbára is another. Ashe is most often used in the sense of authority, much more than the power to just do anything. Ashe is much more authority than power, but it could also be power, since people who have authority tend to have the power to exercise certain things. I don't want to get into that, but you kind of get the idea. Alágbára is power as well. And it's also strength. A person with power, strength, is called Alágbára. Now, it doesn't have to be a person. Of course, it could be an entity, it could be an animal, an elephant, or any animal really that has the strength or power to do certain things. We call them Alágbára. But we would most often use this for someone who has actual physical power, or non-physical power, the power to command. So Agbára is a synonym for Ashe. Now, I said Ashe can be exercised, it can be received, and it can be given. Now, when you exercise your power or authority, or your ability to command. It's a verb. We call it pàṣẹ. 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 Ronke pàṣẹ. Pàṣẹ. Ronke exercised a power or authority. She commanded. Now there's àṣẹ that could mean command, and that command would be the noun. A command, an instruction. However, when you pàṣẹ, you're commanding. It becomes a verb when you say pàṣẹ. It's command, but it's command as a verb. Something that you're doing, you're commanding. Pàṣẹ. Pàṣẹ, to command as a verb. Pàṣẹ. Now, pàṣẹ is a combination of two words. Pa, àṣẹ. Pa, àṣẹ. Pa would be to exercise. Àṣẹ is power or authority, or a command, as in the noun, like I've said earlier. It would be pàṣẹ, when you combine pa and àṣẹ. Pàṣẹ, to command as a verb. Now, pàṣẹ comprises of two words, like I said, pa and àṣẹ. Pa would be exercise, but it can also be kill. Pa. Let's say pa. Oh, I don't want to use animals now. But for the sake of, oh my goodness, I don't want to say kill. I don't want to use the example sentence kill chicken. But let's do it anyway. Pa adìẹ. For example, kill chicken. Pa adìẹ. Pa can also be kill. Pa can also be kill. Now, since pa can also be kill, it has to be that. Now, I'm just trying to go into the root of why pàṣẹ would be command. Now, because if you look at it some way, although pa is used in the context of to exercise, to carry out, to exercise one's power or authority, to exercise basically, pa is kill in and of itself. So I'm thinking that it has to be, because when you say it through, like in the original sense, pa is kill, àṣẹ is power, authority, or command. When you pàṣẹ, when you command, you're taking away someone's authority to say no, because you're in the place where you can command, and since you've commanded, they have to do it. Apart from the fact that pa is you're exercising your own power or authority, it could also be that you're taking away someone else's, and that is the beauty of the language. That is what it means when you say pa àṣẹ, to kill power or authority. You're killing someone else's power or authority while you're exercising your own. I don't want to go deep into it, but you kind of get what I'm saying. Pàṣẹ is to command. I said àṣẹ can also be received. Àṣẹ can also be received. And when you receive power or authority, we say gbàṣẹ, gbàṣẹ. To receive power or authority, gbàṣẹ, gbàṣẹ. Gbà is receive. Gbà is receive. Àṣẹ is power, authority. So gbà, àṣẹ, it's a combination of two words. Gbà, àṣẹ, gbà, àṣẹ. When you contract it, it becomes gbàṣẹ. Gbà is receive. Àṣẹ is power or authority. Gbà is receive. Àṣẹ is power, authority. So receive power or authority. Now, it can also be given. Àṣẹ can also be given. When you want to say to give power or authority to, whatever, whether it's a person, an animal, or whatever, you say fún whatever it is, ní àṣẹ. Fún whatever it is, ní àṣẹ. So let's say I'm saying give Ronke, the power or the authority, as an example sentence. Fún Ronke ní àṣẹ. Fún Ronke ní àṣẹ. Fún is give. The dash would be Ronke, or whatever you choose to put there, whatever you want to give power authority to, or whoever. Ní is a word that works with fun. It works with fun, and it introduces what is to be given. It introduces what is to be given. Ni, then Ashe is power or authority. I'll tell you why it has to be that way, instead of just fun, Ashe or something, I'll tell you why it has to be this way. So it would be to give power or authority to whoever it is to be given to. Fun dash ni Ashe. If I say, it can't be fun Ashe, because if I say fun Ashe, fun is for. It can be give when you use it in combination with ni. When you use it the way I've used it in the previous sentence, fun dash ni Ashe, it can be give. However, in this case, it's the same word, but it means for. Don't get confused. Fun Ashe is for power or authority. However, fun whoever, whatever, ni Ashe is give whatever, whoever, authority. So just a quick recap. You can exercise your power or authority. You can give power or authority to someone. So say, okay, do this. I'm giving you the power or the authority to do this. So do it, perhaps on your behalf or not necessarily. And it can be received. Someone can give you the power or authority to do something. So that's that. Moving on to the spiritual aspect. When we offer prayers, we often say Ashe. Ashe in response. Let's say someone is offering a prayer. We would often say Ashe in response. And it's sort of our own amen or ise or whatever other forms of amen exist. So when someone offers a prayer and they say Ashe in response, they're saying, so will it be. It's often used in that context, although so will it be is not exactly the equivalent of Ashe. I'll tell you what so will it be is in Yorùbá. Ashe is like command, authority. So when someone offers a prayer and you're saying Ashe, you're saying that's a command. That has been established. Nothing will change that. You're saying, so will it be. Ashe. Ashe is command, its power is authority. When you say Ashe in response, you're saying command. So you are saying that has been commanded. So will it be. That is what would be Ashe. So will it be. When you make that an actual sentence in Yorùbá, or perhaps let me say it will be. It could be Ashe or Oma Ashe. Ashe, it will happen or it will be. Oma Ashe, it will happen or it will be. However, when someone offers a prayer, like I said earlier, and you say Ashe, you're saying command. That is what you're saying. And then you're inferring that whatever that person has said, you've exercised your power to command it into being, or your power to establish it. Whether it's a prayer for commanding something into being or taking something away, you've exercised your power. You said, you're commanding that. You've manifested that pretty much. When we say Ashe, we are recognizing the fact that we are higher beings who have the ability and the power to manifest whatever we want. When someone offers a prayer or says something and it's something that we want to command into being and we want to manifest that, we would say Ashe. We have some sort of authority as divine, although we are on this non-divine plane for now. We are sort of in these bodies, and probably after we die, we then take whatever actual form that we took before we came as whoever we came as, and then we return to the source, probably to become somebody's spirit guides, like some of our ancestors become. Some of them become our spirit guides, and we pray to them, and there's a particular day that we honor them and we thank them for their protection, for their guidance and everything. Some of the people who died decide to come back again and say, oh, I have something to pay back, or I just want to fix that, or I didn't have the opportunity to express this side of me, perhaps their creative side or whatever, and they say, okay, I'm coming back to express that. If their own spirit guides and teams, in whatever realm that they come from, say, okay, it's fine, you can go. But if they feel that it's not good for them, they can just say, okay, rest, we'll take care of you and we'll give you something to do, or perhaps they'll know what to do. Whatever, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend that I know every single thing about what happens after we die, but I know that much. Back to what I was saying before I got distracted. We're higher beings who have the power to manifest whatever we want. So when we say Ashe, we are saying we command that, we establish that, so will it be. Command, that's a command. That's I've established. For we Yoruba people, the part of our bodies that we revere, that we honor, I would say the most, is the head. And some people don't understand it. So I feel this is a perfect opportunity for me to explain why the head. We believe that we have the inner head, which is the Ori Inu. Inu is Hina. Ori Inu, inner head. And then we have the outer head, the physical one, which is the Ori Ode. The physical, the outer one, Ori Ode. Then the inner one, the spiritual one, Ori Inu. It's like both are just metaphors for the physical being and the spiritual being, the Ori Inu and the Ori Ode. We have to ensure that they are balanced, and we take intentional measures to ensure that they are balanced. Ori in and of itself, why do we revere the Ori so much? What is it about the Ori that is special? I'm going to explain it using quotes, new age terms. I don't like the term new age. It's ridiculous. Spirituality has existed like since since the very beginning of it all. So there's nothing new age about it. If anything is new age, it would be Christianity and Islam and the religions that exist now. And a lot of people don't even know what they're doing with those. Moving on, what we call the crown chakra, and this would be common to many people who follow this old that some people call new age philosophies and theories. The crown chakra, I'm going to explain it using the crown chakra because it's related to what I'm about to. I don't know how to, if I explain it in Yorùbá, it would be, it won't be a good way to teach it, because it would be like I'm repeating myself and you're like, what is she saying? So I'm going to explain it using something that you might have heard or something that you're more familiar with. The crown chakra. The crown chakra, if you know anything about chakras, is the 7th chakra that is located at the top of the head. So when Yoruba people are offering prayers, you would often see us, making gestures and, holding our heads and praying for our heads. There's even in Ifa spirituality, there's a lot of activity that goes on with the head. I'll get to it. The crown chakra is the 7th chakra located at the top of the head. It gives us access to higher states of consciousness as we open to what is beyond our personal preoccupations and visions. The function of the crown chakra is driven by consciousness and gets us in touch with the universal. That sounds like such a high type language. So I'm going to explain what that is. What is it that I just said? Before I do, this is another thing that I found on this website that I have referenced. The crown chakra is closely associated with the brain and the whole nervous system because of its location. And it's included as well in what the Yorùbá people call Ori. The crown chakra is associated with the following psychological and behavioral characteristics: awareness of and communion with higher states of consciousness, knowledge of sacred, non-obvious aspects of things. So when your crown chakra is balanced, when your Ori is balanced, you're able to connect with your higher self more. Not the state that you're in that is, a bit limited and constrained by the planet that you are on, which is Earth, this sphere. You're able to connect with your higher self. You're able to see and understand things that not everyone sees, and you're able to realize what the limiting patterns are. You're able to become wiser. So basically, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding are all connected to the crown chakra, right? Your ability to know, your ability to understand, and your ability to be able to apply what you understood from what you know. Now, using again the chakras to further explain what I'm about to explain, we have 7: the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and then the 7th chakra. And if you want to understand why the Yoruba people pay dire attention to not just the physical head, but the spiritual head, much more than other body parts, especially with spirituality, it is because that is where what we call crown chakra is located. And this, you could very well say, is the most important of the 7, the crown, because it controls our realization, awareness, and management of the others. For everything that we're going to be doing that involve the other 6 chakras, the crown, the 7th, the Ori, controls it. Ori surpasses like what we even call crown chakra. It's a bit more detailed. The Yoruba Ori, it's a bit more, and it's a larger sphere than just crown chakra. But what is called crown chakra is included, is part of it. It's just that the phenomenon or the ideology around Ori is, bigger. So what chakra are you going to mention that won't need the balance of your 7th? I mean, they're all important, but take the heart chakra, for example. How to express love, what really love is, and when it's getting too much, and all these things, and when is it enough? When is expressing love enough? When is it too much? The crown chakra is the one that is the Ori sort of handles your common sense and non-common sense. So, it's not just, oh, I love and I love and I love and I love. How do I love? When is it becoming too much? When is my expression of this heart, these feelings, these emotions, when is it too much? When is it on? You get what I'm saying? And then the throat chakra, it is not just that you can sing or you can speak or you can express yourself. Your common sense, your your crown, your head, your physical and non-physical has to be balanced so that you don't say the wrong things that put you in trouble. So that you don't say the wrong things that put you. It's not just, oh, I can sing, or oh, my throat chakra is balanced and I can express myself verbally and in written language. No, the things that you're going to be writing, the things that you're going to be saying, they all connect to your crown chakra. Take the third eye chakra, for example, your intuition, your mind, and your intuition. It's almost as if the other 6 chakras may work, but they may not function as they should if the 7th is not balanced, if the Ori is not balanced. Take the solar plexus chakra, for example, and I think that involves one's confidence and drive and power and whatever. If in your head you don't think that you are who you are, that you have some kind of power. If your mind isn't telling you that, then how are you going to express it? Then how are you going to express that solar plexus aspect? Take the Sacral Chakra, for example, with creativity and all those things. If your mind doesn't come up with an idea, how are you going to express your creativity, whether by painting or by... So, I don't want to go into chakras. I'm trying to hold myself back because this is about Ashe, not chakras. If I want to talk about chakras, I'll make a separate video for that. But all this is from the third eye, what you see, what you realize, and how you understand it. All those things still go back to the crown chakra and say, is this right? Is this too much? Is this not enough? Even for the root chakra, that is finances and money and whatever. Your mind has to be functioning. Your head has to be functioning for all the other things to function. So you can ponder on that. Some people don't know what shaving the hair is for. Why do I have to? There are many people that were destined to be priests and priestesses, but they're like, I don't know if I can shave my hair. Like, I've been taking care of this hair since I was 5. I don't know if I can. So there are many people like that would never shave their hair. But anyway, if you're wondering why we shave the hair, it's just to... One, it's to gain better access to the Ori, and if you don't really understand that phenomenon, think about the crown chakra and all that it stands for. That is just to connect to the higher self, to the crown chakra. You shave off the hair, you shave off the old, you take that away so that you can gain better access to where your crown chakra is located. When you take off the hair goes, So, but I'm not going to go into that either and talk about, the shaving of the hair because I get distracted easily. Now, the Ashe phenomenon is related to not just the crown chakra, but the concept of the Ori, the physical and non-physical head, or you could even say the physical or non-physical self as a whole, the destiny, the life purpose, That's why I said it goes beyond just crown chakra. It's a larger phenomenon. So like I was saying earlier, the Ori determines what happens to the rest of the self, and it's often attacked first. If anyone is going to attack you, it would have to start from your head, from your mind, from what you think of yourself, from your awareness, and this is not just this is not only physical attack. This is spiritual too. Take physical attack. What someone tells you. If someone calls you an idiot, for example, and you start to think about it, you start to think, they called me an idiot, and then you accept the fact that you are an idiot. Your crown chakra is now not balanced. Something is now wrong upstairs. So you will talk like an idiot, you will act like an idiot, you will speak like once you start accepting that, you may start to introduce yourself as, my name is Idiot, just because someone called you that. So it's very powerful. The crown chakra, the Ori, is very powerful, and that is why we cleanse it and take care of it. And this is not limited to the spiritual Ori. It's even the physical one is cleansed, and we ensure that we are feeding it and it's in good shape. So the feeding aspects, or what I mean by feeding or whatever, there are certain processions and rites, and there are certain rites that take place, certain acts that one can carry on to consciously balance their crown chakra and cleanse it and take care of it. So that's the spiritual aspect. I will not go into that, but I'm going to connect it to Ashe soon. So like I was saying earlier, it has to be balanced. The head, the physical self, and the spiritual self, the head has to be balanced so that one can receive ideas, one can receive messages, one can receive responses to their questions. Now, what does all of this have to do with Ashe? the aspect of ourself that controls our idea of ourself, our awareness of ourself, our awareness of our power, is the Ori. Again, if you don't understand it, think of the crown chakra. You know, what you think of yourself, what you think your limits are and your non-limits are, and you know, the aspect of yourself that controls your awareness, your realization, your thoughts, your everything, is that head. So when we say ashe, we are realizing that we have that power to command what we want, to manifest what we want, to bring whatever we want into being, as long as it aligns, you know, with the divine plan, the universal, as long as it aligns and it's fine with the universe, it's what we really should have, what we really need at that time. Ashe, so will it be. We're saying that is what it is. We are manifesting that. So will it be. We're commanding it into being. It all connects to the crown chakra, to the Ori, to the head, to the higher self. So I really, really hope that you understand what I'm trying to say. There's the head, the Ori. Think of the crown chakra. It's included in that concept, that phenomenon of the physical and spiritual head. Think of the power that you have, you know, your idea of who you are. Who am I? You know, you get your answer from the crown chakra, whether it's balanced, depending on whether it's balanced or not. Even if it is not balanced, if you have a poor, you know, idea of yourself, if you ask yourself, who am I, if your mind tells you you're a loser, then you act like a loser. Everything about you becomes loser like, you know. But if you say, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm royalty, you start to act that way. You start to speak that way, you know, throat chakra. You start to want to make money that way, root chakra. You start to see things that way, you know, your third eye chakra. The visions and the realizations that you have in your mind's eye start to align with that. Again, all connecting to the crown chakra. This is why it has to be balanced. This is why it has to be in the right state. This is why the Ori is well taken care of, because that ashe, that idea of our sense of authority, our ability to command, our ability to manifest what we want, our ability to stop what we feel shouldn't be. Again, it depends on whether it's the universal plan or not, because you can't really stop what was meant to be anyway. So basically, our sense of power, our sense of pride, our sense of ability comes from the Ori. That is why we ensure that it is balanced all the time. We take conscious steps to ensure that it is balanced. That is where the ashe aspect of our being is situated. So I'm going to leave it at that. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll be more than happy to respond further and sort of hope that you will get it. If you need me to re-explain, I can. You know, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe if you'd like to, and support my channel in whatever ways that you feel led to. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.